All right, so in this video, I want to implement a contextual message system that we could use to deliver like hints to the player. Now, this isn't naturally what I would do next if I was just creating a third person game, but instead, it's what I'm going to do because one of the things we've been looking at in class are these game programming patterns. And specifically, we've been recently talking about the observer pattern. And so I wanted to try and think of something that uses the observer pattern in the context of our Unity project here to help solidify the concept a little bit. So, this book is really awesome. The examples and are great. The writing is clear. But one thing that's tricky is, especially if you're newer to programming, the examples are all in C++. And so when you're trying to translate that to the world of Unity and C#, it doesn't always make the easiest sense. So what we need to do is think about how to implement this kind of a thing in Unity. And there is actually a good tutorial. So if you read this chapter, you'll notice that the author actually shows you that in C#, the observer pattern is actually baked into the language with the event keyword. And if you were to look at Unity's scripting tutorials here, they have a tutorial on events, and I recommend that you check it out. This will give you some context, but I will also show you in our example here a little bit what I think is a little bit of an easier way to do this without having to make a custom delegate every time. So there's value. You definitely want to understand what a delegate is, but it's also useful to see this sort of easier solution that I'm going to use. All right, so that's a good enough introduction. Let's go ahead and get started.